Now at 10 and streaming on CrossToday.com, we have the latest results on the governor race between Greg Abbott and Beto O'Rourke.
Victoria Democrat Party Chair Woodrow Wilson Wagner III provides insight on tonight's election results.
And a member of the Victoria community participated in New York City Marathon this past Sunday.
Seeing still some light showers, those should start to taper off. But later in the week, we're going to cool down as well. We'll talk all about it. But first, here's Gina.
And we take a look at the 15 teams who are heading into playoffs. We look at their opponents in sports.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for 25 News Now at 10. I'm Don Brubaker.
And I'm Karina Garcia. As promised, we have the governor's race latest results. Currently, Greg Abbott leads over Beto O'Rourke with 55% of the vote, while Beto stands at 43%.
U.S. House District 27, there you see the numbers on the governor's race. By the way, NBC News has projected Governor Abbott to win a third term as governor of the state of Texas. U.S. House District 27, Republican incumbent Michael Cloud took office in July of 2018. Right now he is winning with 62% of the vote against Democrat Maclovio Perez Jr. 25 News Now reporter Aldarius McCormick just spoke with Congressman Michael Cloud.
Yes, I am here with District 27 incumbent Michael Cloud. How are you doing tonight?
Doing good, doing good. Excited to be here with everybody, celebrating the night.
It looks like you are the projected winner for this election. How does it feel? What does a win for Cloud mean for our community?
Well, you know, we've been serving this community in this office for just a few years right now, but it's always an honor, you know, when the people place that trust in you, and it's a job I take very seriously. You know, we're in a critical time in our nation right now. We got to restore our economy. We've got to secure our border. There's a lot of corruption in government too that needs to be cleaned out as well. And so I've said it before when I've been traveling around, especially to the people I work with in D.C. For us, this is the starting line, not the finish line. And so we got a lot of work ahead of us, and looking forward to getting that done.
Okay, you say a lot of work. What is going to change about this term rather than your previous terms?
Well, we are expecting to have a House majority, so that's going to let us put really a stop to some of the excessive spending that's leading to inflation, get our economy back on track. We're going to have to push, you know, the White House looks like still going to have a veto authority, so we're going to have to push on the border issue to work to get some progress on that. You know, I'm on the Oversight Committee, so we're looking at investigations. I've called for Mayorkas to be impeached. There's a lot of work that needs to be done to bring light to what's going on and to restore, again, a functioning economy, secure and safe cities for our families and our communities, and really just get back to the founding principles this nation was founded upon.
How would you use what you've done so far to fuel what you do in the future?
Well, you know, when you go to Congress, and obviously you got to kind of figure out how the place works and figure out where the lay of the land is. You know, I'm expected to be a chairman on a subcommittee on oversight, so we'll be able to use a lot of the experience gained over the last couple years to really push the agenda forward, to know where to look, to bring investigations to a lot of the, you know, we've introduced bills that, you know, in the minority it was hard to get the votes for, but those bills are there. The, you know, Sunset Commission is one where we need to be able to rein in agencies, and right now if you ask how many agencies exist in the federal government, you can't even get a straight answer, so much less are they doing a job, so a good job. So us being able to bring them in front of a commission, you know, if we can get our legislation passed in the majority, then, you know, that would be a great win for the American people. So a lot of the ideas we've been working on, it looks like we'll have the votes to begin to really push them forward in a new Congress. So exciting time.
And what would you say to the people that don't see you as a fit for the role?
I'm sorry?
What would you say to the people that don't see you as a fit for the role?
Well, you know, we are here to serve our entire district, and the thing that I've said from the very beginning, my first task is to listen as a representative. You can't take somebody's voice to Washington unless you've listened, so always open to hear what people have to say, when people come to our office, we're here to be that bridge between them and the federal government. We don't ask their background, their political affiliation, their whatever. We're here to help get them answers, whether it's the IRS or Social Security issues or people working on immigration issues and they get hung up and those kind of things. We're here to help them with their federal government. It's their government. We're here to be a bridge, but still we are facing a critical time in our nation, and we will have to have big, bold agenda to make sure we get our nation right back on the right footing.
And I asked you earlier, what did the win mean for the community? What does the win mean for you?
Well, it's just we're a nation of the people, by the people, and for the people, and we are from this community, excited to represent this community, and it means a great deal, especially the first time you go to Washington D.C. and people are going, okay, I know this guy, let's see what he can do. His heart's in the right place. You've been there a couple terms. People are seeing, okay, he works hard. He's actually effective at what he does too, and doing it for the right reasons. And so that vote of confidence really does mean a lot, and is not something I take for granted. The re-election. It's you got to work hard. You got to do what you can to represent the people, and that's what elections are all about.
Okay, well, thank you so much for talking to me. Reporting live from Victoria, I'm Adarius McCormick, KAVU TV 25 News Now.
All right, Adarius, thank you, and thank you, Congressman Cloud. Back to the numbers. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick assumed office in 2015. He's winning with 55% of the vote against Democrat Mike Collier, who's at 42%.
Republican Lois Kolkhorst took office on December 22, 2014. She is leading with 74%, and Josh Tutt is behind with 26%.
All right, now let's talk about the Attorney General's race. Now, Ken Paxton assumed office in 2015, Karina.
He became Attorney General. He served in the Texas House of Representatives, and he leads with 54%. Rochelle Mercedes Garza is behind with 42%. She is active on the State Bar of Texas laws relating to Immigration and Nationality Committee.
State Comptroller Glenn Hagar assumed office in 2015. He is winning with 58% of the vote. The Democrat Janet Dudding trailing behind with 41% of the vote. General Land Commissioner Dawn Buckingham, the Republican, is winning with 57% of the vote. The Democrat Jay Clayburgh behind with 40% of the vote there. Sid Miller is winning re-election as Commissioner of Agriculture. Miller, the Republican, winning with 57% of the vote. Susan Hayes behind with 43% of the vote there.
Railroad Commissioner Wayne Christian took office in January 2017. He advanced from the Republican primary runoff with 65.9% of the vote. He leads with 57% tonight, and Luke Warford is behind with 39%. Luke Warford advanced from the Democratic primary running unopposed. He earned a bachelor's degree from the University of Delaware and a master's degree from the London School of Economics and Political Science. Voters in the Bloomington ISD will choose a trustee in place 3. The candidates are E.R. Sines and John Ellsworth.
We had some numbers on that race earlier. E.R. Sines was leading 71-30 in that race. Justice of the Peace, Precinct 1 in Calhoun County. Incumbent Hope Kurtz has served 12 years in that office. She's also the only judge to hear truancy and driver's license hearings. She is leading with 68% of the vote to her opponent, Democrat candidate Luis Rubio, who has 31%. He has worked as the agency manager of Calhoun County Farm Bureau. He is now an instructional aide for 3rd grade special education at JR Elementary.
Nursery ISD Board of Trustees Brianne Harriman is a physical therapist. She is in her 10th year of working in public education. John McNeil is an emergency medicine physician in Victoria and is affiliated with multiple hospitals in the area, including the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center and Texas Children's Hospital.
Now in Goliad County, Judge Mike Bennett seeking re-election. He faces Mary Ellen Princess Flores. Judge Bennett right now, who's leading 56-43%, says he's created transparency in county government by ensuring commissioners' court meetings are broadcast live. Flores says her family has lived in Goliad for 9 generations and she wants to keep the county an excellent place for everyone. Now we have the Victoria County Democrat Party Chair, Woodrow Wilson Wagner III, live in our studio with anchor Adam Seibel, giving us some insight into the midterm elections. So, gentlemen.
That's right, Don and Karina. Like you said, we are joined here live with Woodrow Wilson Wagner III, who is the Victoria County Democratic Party Chair. Woodrow, thank you so much for being here tonight. We really appreciate it.
Sure thing.
I want to start out with local elections, and it looks like, if these, Maclovia Perez and Josh Tutt looking like they might lose those races. So if these trends continue and the Democratic challengers continue to lose, what conclusions can you draw about the Democrats in Victoria? How do you keep those voters engaged and moving forward? What does that mean?
That's a great question. So if these trends continue, candidates lose, one thing I would tell people is that is not a reflection of the quality of the candidate, nor is it a reflection of the quality of the ideas. We still are very, very proud of these candidates. We still are very proud of their ideals, fighting for health care, fighting for gun safety, fighting for choice for women and reproductive rights. These are the things we still are very, very proud of. It doesn't nullify their hard work either. It doesn't nullify the hard work of hundreds and thousands of volunteers here in Texas. The election results might not go our way, but the fight continues. And Democrats will continue to fight for the issues that we most care about. And I am so incredibly proud of Maclovia Perez, Josh Tutt, Beto O'Rourke, and many, many other Democrats on the ballot.
And on a wider scale, looking at the midterms in a national sense, what would Republican control of Congress mean policy-wise? And, even with President Joe Biden, a Democrat in office, if they control Congress, what would that mean policy-wise?
I think, as Congressman Cloud alluded to in his interview, you're going to see some differences in terms of Republicans wanting to do investigations, in terms of Republicans wanting to pass various economic packages. But what's going to happen is there has to be some kind of compromise because President Biden is still going to be there. And in order for something to become law, he's going to have to sign it. So I hope the leaders of the House and leaders of the Senate will be able to sit down with President Biden, which is, I think, what the American people really want, to come to some kind of compromise in making policies that hopefully help all of our lives.
Well, thank you again so much, Woodrow. So stick around. We'll be right back with the Victoria County Republican Party Chair, Bill Posey, in just a moment. Don, Karina, back to you.
Gentlemen, thank you. This brings us to your viewer poll this evening, but first, don't forget, come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to participate in our polls. Viewers can also scan the QR code to get this poll, which is, by the way, right there on your screen. Now, the question is, who are you voting for in the race for Texas Governor? Greg Abbott, Beto O'Rourke, or neither? We go ahead and take a look at those results, and 63% say Greg Abbett, 35% say Beto O'Rourke, and 2% say neither. Thank you for voting and tuning for tonight as we cover elections.
All right, let's take a first look at your forecast with First Warn Storm Team meteorologist Howie Gordon. We won't see you, Howie, but we will hear from you.
Thanks, Don. You're right. Thanks for reminding me. I'm walking over to the weather wall there. Okay, so imagine I'm on the weather wall. We're looking at some showers right here. Now, they're a lot less active compared to several hours ago. Not that we were getting washed out today. Scattered showers, large areas of dry conditions, and then some areas, a lot of water plumes. And yeah, we saw some showers, some people getting wet and seeing it on their cars as well. Now, wind-wise, we weren't too bad. Winds maybe 10 to 15 miles per hour overnight, dropping down to about 66. We can see some overnight fog that should dissipate in the morning, but we are expecting a cool down later on in the week. And we're going to talk more about that coming up very soon. Don, Karina?
Howie, thank you. Jonas Titus, president of the Victoria Economic Development Corporation, finished the New York City Marathon this past Sunday.
Yes, Don, the Crossroads was well represented up in New York City this past weekend. Jonas says out of 50,000 people who signed up and ran in the marathon, he came at 31,000. Jonas has participated in marathons both locally and in other parts of the country. His goal next year is to run in Berlin Marathon in Germany. Best of luck to you, Jonas.
All right, great job there. All right, stay with us. Coming up on 25 News now at 10. Victoria County Republican Party Chair Bill Posey gives insight into tonight's election results.
Also ahead, a suspected attack delayed voting in an Illinois county.
No matter where you call home, you deserve reliable coverage. At T-Mobile, we cover your town and 99% of people in America. And now, for a limited time with T-Mobile's hometown discount, families and small businesses who switch at a local store get 20% off. That's 20% off unlimited talk, text, and data for the life of your plan. Plus, with our T-Mobile Price Lock, we guarantee we won't raise the price of your rate plan. Get T-Mobile's hometown discount today.
J. Welch Farms' annual corn maze has arrived. Come out and enjoy the new attractions, along with the cow train, wall ball, apple cannons, hay bale jump, barnyard basketball and football, jumbo jumpers, mine for treasure, and cornhole. Also, live music every Friday and Saturday night. Concessions are on site to provide cold drinks, great food, shopping for everyone, and adult beverages. For more details about J. Welch Farms and its many attractions, visit our website.
This is a BFD Black Friday deal from Optimum, and it's our best deal ever. Get 300 meg internet for as low as $30 a month for 2 years. Find out how you can get up to $300 in Visa prepaid cards with Showtime included for 1 year. Go from 300 meg internet to over $520 in total savings with this BFD from Optimum. Call 866-9-OPTIMUM or visit optimum.com/BFD now, because our best deal ever won't last long. Get closer, go farther with Optimum.
Every day we help kids navigate the realities of the world and make healthy, lifelong choices. Kids learn about alcohol, tobacco, and drugs in lots of ways, often from friends and siblings. While kids may hear lots of harmful information, parents do play a huge role in helping them make the right decision. Talking to your child, sitting down to a family meal at night just to discuss how their day went, or encouraging extracurricular activities can make all the difference.
In Texas, the future belongs to everyone, so we created the truck of the future for everyone. Ford F-150. With an available 12-inch touchscreen and interior work surface, it puts the world at your fingertips. Because the truck of the future isn't created for just a few. It's for Texas. Ford F-150. Drive one today. Choose in stock or custom order your F-150 and lock in $3,900 for $60 plus $500 cash plus complimentary maintenance. See your Ford dealer.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Authorities in Illinois say a suspected attack delayed voting for some people. The county clerk says someone gained access to the election website, causing a brief delay in accessing voter information. The issue was resolved quickly. Election leaders say their security team has fended off attacks over the past month. And now we have the Victoria County Republican Chair, Bill Posey, live in our studio with 25 News Now weekend anchor Adam Seibel giving us the insight into the midterm results. Adam.
That's right, Karina and Don. We are lucky to have Bill Posey here. He is the Victoria County Republican Party Chair, just giving us some insight on tonight's midterm elections. Bill, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Adam.
So I want to start off with, looking at this midterms, as far as, being a Republican voter, it looks like, you said not really a red wave, but more so a red tsunami. So is that holding true as you're seeing these results?
Well, I don't know. We've been in the studio a long time, and I haven't really been able to study the results, but I'm hopeful. Let's go that far. I'm hopeful that the tsunami doesn't turn into a ripple. We'll see where my predictions go. Huh?
And as far as motivating voters to head to the polls, is this, were there issues of inflation, immigration that's driving voters, or do you think it's just part of politics with the pendulum swinging back and forth? Which do you think it is that's pushing people?
I think it's grassroots level things.
Okay.
I really do. I've had more people. My mother took me when I was 7 years old by the hand, and we did things on people's front porch, put pieces of literature. And so I've never seen more interest in the political arena just from normal people. How can we get involved? So I'm very happy about what's happening here, at least in Victoria County.
And what would you say are some of the major issues that we see in this country today that might be on the forefront of people's minds heading to the polls?
Definitely inflation. And possibly, another thing is a nuclear, possibly nuclear war. I mean, people are very afraid of this. There's so many things. It's hard to cover everything.
Yeah. And so if the Republican Party, flips the House of Representatives as well as the Senate, what implications does that mean for our country moving forward? How might things be different, especially considering we have a Democrat president, Joe Biden, right now?
Well, I don't think we'll see as much progress on the new Green Deal as we have, and the inflation-fighting acts that have been passed. Nothing like that will ever pass. Hopefully, we'll return to some kind of normalcy.
All right, so far turning out to be a strong showing for the Republican Party.
Yes, sir.
We really appreciate you joining us tonight. That is Bill Posey, everyone, with the Victoria County Republican Party Chair. Don and Karina, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Adam. Thank you, Mr. Posey. And let's get a weather update now from
Absolutely.
Thanks, Don. Thanks, Karina. Okay, we're still looking at some light showers. Should be on the dry side tomorrow. Plus, we're going to cool down. We'll talk all about it.
Fall into savings all month long at Bankhide Victoria. New 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe, only $459 a month. For details, go to Bankhide Hyundai in Victoria. HyundaiVictoria.com.
2022 marks the 75th anniversary of the Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots program.
Toys for Tots' objective is to deliver hope and joy during Christmas time to the less fortunate children in our community.
Toys for Tots and Blue Santa have a bigger goal this season, as we will not turn any child away.
To register for Toys for Tots, go to City Harvest Church on Lone Tree Road, Faith Family Church, or VISD Elementary Schools now through December 9th. Let's make it so no child is forgotten at Christmas.
Come out and support our veterans at the Veterans Day Parade on November 11th starting at 10 a.m. in downtown Victoria. Participants in the parade have until October 31st to submit their entry forms. Show your appreciation for all our veterans at the Veterans Day Parade on November 11th.
News Center 25 at 6 and 10 is also heard on KVNN 1340 AM, Victoria's News Network.
It's the big haul, y'all! Let's have some fun!
This Saturday, you could drive home a winner with cash and a brand new Chevy Silverado in the $100,000 Fall Cash and Truck Giveaway. Hourly cash drawings start at 6. Then at 11, one lucky player will win a brand new Chevy Silverado $1,500 and $6,500 in cash. The $100,000 Fall Cash and Truck Giveaway. Saturday at Coshada, Louisiana's best bet. Fall into savings all month long at Bankhide Victoria. New 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe, only $459 a month. For details, go to Bankhide Hyundai in Victoria. HyundaiVictoria.com.
All right, we'll give everyone behind the scenes, Don Brubaker, Karina, Mr. Posey, Mr. Wilson, Adam, everyone else, a break for now. We'll do some weather. Here is what we have. So, yeah, a little fog, a little bit of cloud cover. Fog should start to dissipate in the morning. So we got that moisture from the rain. High pressure is still very prevalent, pushing down. Going to trap that moisture. Thus, we're going to have some of that fog. Today, we did shoot up to 84 degrees above average. We did have some rainfall. Wide open areas of some water plumes. So some people got wet. Other places stayed completely dry. And here's our rain now kind of waning down, tapering off for the most part. Very, very remote light showers. Not that we had a downpour by any means. There's just a couple areas, some plumes. So again, that moisture, most of it was over the Gulf, started pushing in. What happens, the moisture's running into moisture. That created the lift that we need to see these showers, because really there is a small cap or lid on the atmosphere as high pressure is pretty close by to the area. Now, here is what we have for our dew points. All the rain, the moisture we've been having, low-level flow pushing in out of the Gulf. Yeah, these have been on the unreasonable side. We were down in the 30s, the 40s a couple times last several weeks, and now shooting back up to almost summer caliber dew points. Yeah, that's on the stuffy side. Now, wind-wise, yeah, on the lighter side, just a few days ago, 40-mile-per-hour gusts, 35-mile-per-hour winds. High pressure for the most part, keeping things on the smooth and sailing side. Winds just, 10, 12-mile-per-hour winds. So in the orange, there's the dry air, but then the moisture-laden environment, we're part of that right now, but there is high pressure at the same time pushing down, putting a lid on us and wringing out the atmosphere. But at the same time, we got the low-level moisture pushing in as well as some of those moisture plumes moving in. So here's what we have. High pressures about where I get my hand right here. And what it's doing, it's slowly moving off to the east. It's also got that clockwise spin, pulling that moisture out of the Gulf into the area, thus keeping dew points up, allowing for the showers as well. But high pressure is going to start scooching off to the east. That's going to allow those storms out there from the west to start closing in on Texas. And when I say that, here's the boundary. We're going to see showers out ahead of that front, behind the front, along the front, plus that cooler air is going to shuffle in as well, and we are going to be woken up, or whatever you want to call it, to some fall weather once again. We're going to go from the 80s into the 50s potentially the next day for highs as that cooler air shuffles in to the crossroads. Okay, here's our future tracker. Yeah, we got some light showers, but really the next bout I'm looking at is when that boundary starts to move in Friday into Saturday. Then we could see some more showers. Really, the odds are higher on the. We're going to see a little rain, but really, it's the cooler air that's going to be the change after this boundary moves through the area. Here's a marine forecast. Water temperature about 80 degrees. Base choppy, seas still occasionally up to 6 feet. Okay, again, that storm out there by Bermuda out to the east, not a problem. But then subtropical storm, Nicole, that is going to head into South Florida the next 24 to 36 hours as a Category 1 with 75-mile-per-hour winds. But then the storm goes north and off to the northeast. What does that mean? That's right. We got saved again here in South Texas. 70s for tonight, overnight 66, a little bit of fog, that should dissipate in the morning as we warm up again into the 80s with lots of sunshine. So for Cuero, look at that cool down over the weekend. Port Lavaca on the coast, again into the 50s. And right back here in Victoria, we're going to see some showers, and then look at that cool down, highs in the 50s over the weekend. For more weather, news, and sports, you go to our app. That's at crossroadstoday.com, and that is free with any Android and iPhone. Now we go to Sports with Gino.
Thanks, Howie. That's what I call football weather. Area teams are a few days away from playing in the bi-district round of playoffs. That's coming up after the break.
Victory Kia has been awarded Kia's Dealer of Excellence Award for the second year in a row.
We were recognized for outstanding sales satisfaction and also for a superior service experience.
Hey, better employees give better service.
Plus, we give all veterans, first responders, and medical professionals 10% off their service bills.
We service all imports and honor all extended warranties.
With award-winning service and lower prices, we think you too will say,
I love victory!
Texas, now's the time to gear up and save on a new Ford SUV. Get great deals on our most capable lineup, like the spacious and tech-savvy Ford Expedition, or Ford Explorer and Bronco Sport, both rated 2022 IIHS top safety picks, and both designed to give you greater confidence. Choose in-stock or custom order select Ford SUVs and lock in $3,900 for $60 plus $500 cash plus complimentary maintenance.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Stay up to date with what's happening in the Crossroads by downloading the Crossroads Today mobile app. You'll get instant alerts to your phone or tablet the minute breaking news or weather happens. Only the free Crossroads Today mobile app features weather updates for local sports. The Crossroads Today app gives you the ability to stream our daily newscasts when you're on the go and share pictures or tips straight to our newsroom and so much more. Brought to you locally by Prosperity Bank with 12 locations serving the Crossroads area.
Howdy, Crossroads. We'll run through all the playoff matches, and there's 15 of them. We start in Class 5A schools, where the Victoria East Titans are heading to San Antonio to play the Southside Cardinals. East went 4-6 on the season, and coming off a loss to the West Warriors in the Battle of the Boot. Kickoff is Friday at 7. The West Warriors finished 3rd in district and will take on another opponent with the West in its name, the San Antonio Southwest Dragons. West finished the regular season 500, and West will play Southwest Friday night at 7 in Dragon Stadium. And we have an update on the Victoria West Lady Warriors volleyball team. They would fall in 3 sets tonight to Sherryland Pioneer and Great Season Girls. Next, we go to Cuero, where they went 9-1 on the season to beat LaGrange 49-7 in the final game of the regular season. The district champion Cuero Gobblers will play Salado in Buda with kickoff at 7 o'clock. After a rough 2-game start in the beginning of the year, the El Campo Ricebirds went on an 8-game winning streak to win the district title. Now they will play the Worthing Colts and see if they can make 9 in a row. Coming up, we got the Tidehaven Tigers, also who went perfect in district to win the district title. Tiger head coach David Lucio was named Coach of the Week last week, and he will lead his team against Clifton Cubs for the bi-district round in Bastrop at 7. The Calhoun Sand Crabs barely squeaked into the playoffs, winning its final games to make it to the dance, but now they tango with Alice, who is a tough team. The two will play Friday in Gregory Portland at 7. The district champion Edna Cowboys only had one loss to the Refugio Bobcats this season, but have dominated ever since. The Cowboys will play Lyford Bulldogs in Alice Friday at 7. The Industrial Cobras were one game short of winning the district title this season, but if they go on a win streak and meet Edna, they could get revenge. For now, they will play Falfurious Fighting Jerseys Friday in Corpus Christi at 7. Goliad had some big wins this season, including over Tidehaven, but now they have Rio Hondo in San Diego at 7 p.m. Thursday night. The Oakland Bulldogs beat the Hallettsville Brahmas to win the 3rd seed in the district and will need another upset if they wish to keep the season alive. Yoakum will play the Cameron Yeoman Friday in Bastrop at 7:30. The Hallettsville Brahmas have had huge highs but also some pretty downward lows in the final game of the regular season. It could prove costly since they are playing Franklin, who are favored to win state and are perfect this season. But Hallettsville is known for beating undefeated teams this season, in beating Shiner and Hitchcock, and they were ranked in the top 10 this season. The Refugio Bobcats look to be in full form after winning the district title in one of its toughest districts in the state, but now will play the Ben Bolt Badgers. Refugio will play the 3-7 team Thursday night in Mathis. The Shiner Comanches will have a tough matchup against a top team in District 16, Santa Maria, since there was a 3-way tie for the district title. The Comanches will play the Cougars Thursday night in Odom at 7. And we have an update on the Shiner State Band Competition in Class 2A. They are the state champions. Congratulations to the Shiner Band. And similar to Shiner, Ganado will take on a team with the same record for the first round of playoffs in the La Villa Cardinals. Ganado struggled in district, but was able to come out with an even record in district. Kickoff will be Thursday in Taft at 7. And the last playoff team in the area is the Yorktown Wildcats, and they have a tough opponent in the Chilton Pirates. Chilton is perfect with a 10-0 record. Yorktown will travel to LaGrange Friday night at 7 to take on the undefeated team. If you missed any of that, just come to our Crossroads Studio website for the latest. Don and Karina, back to you.
All right, Gino, thank you. Stay with us. Coming up on 25 News now at 10. We'll take a last look at your weather. Plus, there's a new check mark on Twitter for businesses, media, and celebrity accounts.
El Campo Cycle Center is headquarters for Honda, Suzuki, Polaris, and Can-Am. We carry everything from dirt bikes and street cruisers to all-terrain vehicles, parts, clothing, and accessories. We service what we sell. Check out our lineup of bad boy riding mowers and Ranch King trailers. Be prepared with a dependable Honda generator. Best selection, best prices. Visit our huge showroom at El Campo Cycle Center, elcampocycle.com.
After my surgery, I was very happy that Dr. Richardson checked in on me, and now I'm 6 months out. I feel great, and I'm very happy for the job that he did.
2 years ago, I had a neurostimulator surgery implant. Helped me out greatly. Thank you, Dr. Richardson.
At the Richardson Spine Institute, we ensure that the most advanced spine technology is being used and each patient receives personalized care. Call for an appointment and live beyond pain. We have your back at the Richardson Spine Institute.
It's high school football season. If you're headed to the game, we want to see your best photos. You can win big by submitting your photos to Crossroads today. Your photo can be the next one to be showcased on Crossroads Football Live. Each winner gets a $25 Dickey's Barbecue gift certificate and a 2022 CFL t-shirt. Go to crossroadstoday.com/CFL Hall of Fame Sweepstakes and submit your photos. So pull out your cameras or phones and show us your team spirit.
Twitter announced a new form of verification today. Underneath the Twitter handle will be a gray check followed by the word official. The gray check will be assigned to government accounts, commercial companies, major media outlets, and some public figures. Since anyone who pays $8 a month can get one, the blue check has lost much of its original meaning. Gray checks cannot be purchased. There's no word on when they will officially debut. Don, you might be able to get a gray check mark real soon.
It looks like it might be in a gray area, so I don't know.
All righty, well, now let's go with weather with meteorologist Howie Gordon.
Thanks, Karina. Thanks, Don. Yeah, make sure Don's verified. Don't accept it unless he's verified. So here we go. Here's our radar. Yeah, these showers starting to wane, dissipate. Should stay on the dry side for tomorrow. Tonight into the 70s. Overnight down to 66 degrees. Now, a little fog overnight. That should start to dissipate tomorrow morning, maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock. So 82 degrees tomorrow. A warm one after the fog. Looking ahead, we stay warm, but then that boundary really cools us down the rest of the way. Don, Karina?
Thank you, Howie, and thanks for joining us for 25 News Now at 10. Remember, we're streaming 24/7 Crossroads Today Plus.
And join Carolina Stein and meteorologist Trey Mining on your way to work for Sunrise.